And welcome back, folks, to our fifth and final chapter of the Collector Booster Box reveal. Grime's treasures mean much to him, and it means a lot for you guys to come and share it with us and our studio audience. Let's give our studio audience a round of applause. Excellent. Sounding good, guys. God, sounding good. All right. Now we are on to the full art cards, but I believe at the end here we'll be able to go ahead and fit in the finale. It was originally going to be a 6-part series, but I believe we can go ahead and bump it up one. So get ready, guys, for a thrill ride. We're going in. Fires of Invention we've been staring at. Very good card. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh. Just here. Wait. Too many things peeking out there. Grime is a professional. Still trying to figure out this. It's funny being lazy, but somehow I'm doing more work. That's a life lesson, humans. That's really nice looking. A lot of the values I have no idea on because no one has sold any of them yet. Or they're still floating around. You know, the card prices themselves are moving around. But these are, of course, a significant value as far as for selling. That art right there, right? Right? No. Yeah. No, guys, this is not... Actually, that was the perfect response because no one's really sure about this card yet, but it's a rare. It's a cool-looking card. I love gargoyles. I think my uncle's part gargoyle or something, which would make me maybe a quarter at most, but... yeah, anyhow. Dance of the Mance. And Clackbridge Troll. If I do this again, I gotta get a better reveal design. I kind of like parts of it, but they keep on sliding. Bedside will have to include some sort of something. Anyhow, I'm not sure how I feel about this card. I've been using it, and it seems to do fairly well, unless it's returned to your hand, and somehow you discarded it. But things happen. I was doing it before, how I settled into it. Work in progress, that's what we'll say. Stone Coil Serpent. Nice, next card. This one has some significant value. That's just beautiful. And it's a great card, too. Again, they have value, but am I going to sell any of them? Probably not many. Maybe the more expensive ones. Maybe the ones coming up right now. Late to the party, guys. That's okay, though. But yeah, that... Just the card itself. And... I mean, the value, I think, is like $7-8 for the regular card. I'm going to guess this will probably end up selling for like 65 bucks. That could be way off. And whatever. I'll probably let you guys know. If it does leave anyhow. Robber of the Rich. I think this is another around $7 card right now, too. An Emery Lurker the Lock, the last card, may be worth more than that. Who knows? But anyhow. Like I said, this is more about appreciating these art cards, not about my opinions of their value or power in certain decks or not. But extended art, legendary anyhow. Next card. Oh, and then we're on to the last slot. That was the last of the full art slot. And this is the finale here. These are all foils. I don't know the values again of any of them necessarily. Some of them a little bit. Doom Foretold. And this is the big slot in the collector booster packs. If you get this, there'll be tokens afterwards, which we looked at in the second part of our episodes today. But yeah, this would be I guess the second to the last card in the pack. Fires of Invention. Not great. Gadwick the Wizened. Again, we got significant value already out of this 12-pack booster pack. Lovestruck Beast. That's just a great card in general. They had to make it, even though if it was successful or not. And it makes sense. He can attack without her there. It's Beauty and the Beast. If anybody didn't get that. And he's only 3 mana, but he's a 5/5, so he's worthless without her. Pretty romantic, right? Stolen by the Fae. Again, I guess we're supposed to be looking at some of the exact artwork, but with these and the foils, you kind of take it all in right away. Yeah, that's not necessarily true. You can look a little bit at it. Go back along. That book's really cool. Guess we don't need to rush through any of this, do we, guys? This is the bedside one, so Here's honestly an example that's just a card that's foiled, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it's just a shiny version of itself. Like, again, that's what it's supposed to be, but some of them really just have more of an impact. I don't know. Like, it makes his robe pop a lot more. And then those lines in the wall aren't foiled, so if they are, they're like a lighter foiling. But again, that's a really nice one. Let me put a look at that one second. That's really cool. The Great Henge, and that is again a foil. artwork. They managed to make Dr. Seuss on the end of it and Stargate at the same time. Star Seuss. Yeah, you knew it was coming. Ready? Box topper of a very, well, not low, but really wicked, cool looking card for sure. It's in a sleeve, but I believe that it's alright. If you know the set, you might know the next one. Charming Prince. Look at those eyes. I am the charming prince. You will gain 3 life, where you get to look at your deck and kind of decide what you want to do, or you can like talk a creature into leaving the room with you, apparently for the exile and return to the battlefield. That's a little interesting. But he's a charming prince, if y'all knew what I'm arguing. So, all right. Next card, Clackbridge Troll Box Topper. Now, the box toppers almost have between a $20 and $40 multiplier on them, or 20-time multiplier. So, like, let's say the cards, at least on the cheap ones still, from what I saw it selling for incredible amounts of money, more than the actual rare would be worth. But, I mean, the rarity is quite extensive as far as extended art, foil, you know. So this is a, yeah. This is an example right now of just of an excellent foiling, where it almost brings in a 3D element to the troll. Like you can see him almost like, and that's what the card does too. It gives your opponent the creatures, he gets to attack right away. They can sacrifice him. But what, you draw a card and gain 3 life. Generally, and in many of the turns, you're going to only take 3 damage anyway. So it kind of gives you another turn anyway. So it just takes him down. Again, unless they return to your hand. Him. And then they get to keep the goats, because it makes 3 the 0/1s. So just make sure you use the card safely. Clackbridge Trolls, nothing. To make sure I do the right one. Because I only got... Oh, no. This is the last one. Now, remember earlier in today's episode, I think it was after like the second commercial or so, you can check my other videos to see the rest of the episode. We broke it up into a few videos. I had pulled Windscarred Crag, a common land. And I mentioned that oftentimes when you see a really, really bummer card, like just one that's just bad, like just like, oh, horrible. And it's not necessarily horrible, but I mean, it's just out of a deck, and it has really no value. And out of a collector's pack, it's a real downer. I think that they paired it, because I watched enough videos, and it really seems to come with some really nice cards. And here we go. The darling of the set. Yes. It's on sale online right now. It's $200, the best offer. That sounds incredibly high, but I believe the regular card's $34 right now. This is a foil. Definitely not trying to turn it into a commercial, but it is available. For one card, if somebody really wants that, Grime can part with it. I think I saw one sell for $165, $180. But we'll see. I mean, it's beautiful, but what Grime will do is buy another collector booster box. Which sounds funny for him to say because it's only 12 packs, so it doesn't feel like a box. Clay, you should just call it a booster set. That would feel more appropriate. But yeah, again, just what they did with this one is really nice. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Guck, and our studio audience. This has been Grime Slamming On, and this is him.